In this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to make a vector outline drawing on top of your image, specifically using the shape building tool and the pathfinder tool. So first, what I'm going to do is make a new layer here, and then I'm going to lock my bottom layer with the picture on it. We just want to keep that how it is, and we want to make sure that we're doing a digital drawing on its own layer that's not attached to your photo. So make sure that you lock this. You'll still be able to see it, you just can't access it. Now what I'm going to do is come over to my left-hand toolbar, and I'm going to choose my ellipse tool. I'm going to make two ellipses, a small one up top and a large one on the bottom, and then manipulate them by adding anchor points to create the unique shape of this pair. So I'm just going to kind of ballpark it here. That was pretty good for a first try. We're going to let that go, and the first problem we see is that the fill on this circle is white. So I want to make sure that I come over and choose none for my fill. And for my stroke, it depends on the hues that exist in your photograph currently, but you're going to want to choose something that you're able to see. So probably a color that does not exist in your photo and that won't get lost. And that's kind of up to you. I think I'm going to do this light purple for this demonstration here. If you want, you can bump up your stroke to 2 point, and I'll show you later how to bring it down to 1 point again, or how to manipulate the strokes separately in the live paint function that we're working towards. So I'll keep it with 1 point for now. And to deselect in Illustrator is Shift-Control-A. You're going to want to learn the shortcut because you'll be doing that a lot. Shift-Control-A, so you're doing it with your left hand. I'm going to come and then create another circle. Again, it doesn't matter if it's exact. And then I'm going to go Shift-Control-A to deselect that. Now what I'm going to do is come over to my pen tool, so it's the third one down on your toolbar. And I'm going to hold that down, and I'm going to go to Add Anchor Point tool. And then I see that the shortcut for this is the plus key. So if you're somebody who likes shortcuts, remember that. And I'm going to look at my two circles and then add anchor points wherever I feel like I need to pull areas of the circle out to fit the outline of the pair. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to click here. There's one right there, so that's fine. I'm going to click one right here. And then on this one, I might want to pull it up there. I'm just going to add some more. These are just points of manipulation, so points that you can pull down, points that you can use the handles to get like an exact outline that you want. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, once I've added the anchor points, I'm going to come up to my direct selection tool. That's the white clicker, or the white arrow, and that allows us to just select one anchor point at a time, whereas if I was going to go to the normal selection tool, it would select my whole shape. So whenever I just want to kind of point or pull out one thing from a complex shape with multiple points of selection, I want to choose my white arrow tool. So I'm just going to click and then drag these anchor points around to meet the outside of my shape. And if I let go here, I click and drag, let go, there are these handles, and if I want to, kind of like if you're drawing with the pen tool, and I'll show you how to do that in a subsequent tutorial, but I can take these handles rather, and between pulling out my anchor points and manipulating the handles, I can really get a shape that is specific to what's on my picture. This is just one way to work. It's a good way to know, though. This may be building on the knowledge that you learned through making comic speech bubbles. So creating anchor points and then manipulating those anchor points. We'll use the Unite tool in the Pathfinder in just a second. Okay, so let's say I want to bring that down a little bit. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing up here. I'm going to deselect this, so Shift-Control-A, and then we are going to manipulate these points that I drew. I'm going to pull that out here. Don't worry that one shape is overlapping the other. We will soon change that. Might Bring that in a little bit. Trying to get this as exact as I can. If I need to go in and add more anchor points, it's a normal thing to do. There's kind of a push and pull between manipulating the handles and adding more anchor points. Now, for the purposes of my demonstration, this is close enough. I'm going to zoom back out, and I'm going to use my selection tool to select both of these. So I'm going to click. It's going to select the whole shape because I'm using the black one. I'm going to hold down Shift again so I have everything selected. And now I'm going to go up into Window. And if anything's ever missing, if you open Illustrator and it's like, oh, where's my layers panel? You know, where's this, where's that? You can go into Window or View and then find what you're looking for. So I'm going to go to Pathfinder. Again, you can pay attention to the shortcut. It's Shift Control F9. And with both of these selected, I'm going to choose Unite. And you can kind of tell that this is the one that I want because these two overlapping shapes, these squares, the middle part goes away. So I'm going to click that, and it takes away any area that's overlapping, which is perfect. And I'm going to deselect this. I'm going to move that over here. I can find it again. And then I have my shape, the outline of my pear that I made by combining two shapes that I manipulated using the Add Anchor Point and Direct Selection tool.